Let's welcome our next speaker, Tanvi Sharma, who is a Gen Z data professional with 5 years plus experience in data science, ML, visualization. She is joining us from the city of Austin, and she loves to explore national parks, which is something I also am super into national parks. Today, she will be talking about an interesting topic, democratizing data. Python-powered dashboards, and open data for transparent governance in Austin. The stage is yours, Tanvi.
Hello, Python enthusiasts. Welcome to PyLadies Conference 2025, an exciting global and completely free online celebration of empowerment, learning, and diversity within the Python community. Well, I am so thrilled to be here with all of you and share my talk, Democratizing Data, how Python dashboards drive transparency in cities. The government produce tons of data, but making that data usable and understandable for the public, well, that's the real challenge. But before we get all into that, let's play a quick game, right? So here's a sheet of raw data, rows, columns, numbers. Take a mental snapshot and try to spot something interesting here. All right, now here's the same data visualized, and boom, patterns appear instantly. And this is because our brains process visuals 60,000 times faster than text. And that's the power of visualization. Data becomes storytelling. So here again, my name is Tanvi. I am a Gen Z data enthusiast with over 5 years of experience in data science, machine learning, and visualization. I work at the city of Austin, where I help teams to make data transparent and actionable through dashboards. Outside of work, I am usually outdoors. I have explored 10 US national parks so far, or I love hopping across borders. Currently, I have visited 5 countries and counting. And online, I am just as curious. I share daily insights on data science, AI, and ML with my growing community of 15,000 amazing learners on LinkedIn, always with a bit of humor and storytelling. So feel free to connect with me by scanning the QR code above. Now, you might be wondering, so why are we doing all this? Why visualize data? Why use Python? And why create dashboards? Well, because at the heart of all of these is data transparency. So when public data is open and understandable, it builds trust, accountability, equity, and collaboration, which is again at the heart of democratizing data, bringing people and government closer through visibility. So let's now look at how the city of Austin is putting all this into action. So here you can see at City of Austin, we have Open Data Portal that hosts hundreds of data sets from parks to public, safety to transportation, and it is freely available to citizens with no restrictions on use. So for my project here, I have chosen 2 datasets. One is the traffic incident reports, which is updated every 5 minutes from our emergency system here in Austin. And second is the Parks and Recreation 311 request. This is where citizens report issues like trash, equipment damage, and graffiti. So these 2 datasets tell real stories of mobility, maintenance, and community feedback. Now, once I have downloaded the data of these 2 datasets in CSV format from that portal, I will use Pandas in Jupyter Notebook to load the data and preview the first few rows as shown here. Also, I will parse data filter data by relevant time periods, and also I will create new fields like year or request category. You can follow along by checking out the full code on my GitHub account. Just scan the above QR code. Once we have our data ready, we are now ready to dashing towards visualization. And over here, I have used Plotly Dash, which is a very popular Python framework that lets you create web-based dashboards. All in Python, no HTML required. Now, let's check out the code snippet in Visual Code. So this is a screenshot of my VS Code. And over here, I am initializing the data dash app. Over here, I am loading and processing my two data sets, you can see, using pd.read CSV. And then finally, in this section, I am defining layout and structure of the app. So here is what Dash does best. It lets you add callbacks, so charts automatically update when filters change. And over here, I am adding two filters on this dashboard. One is for part 311 data and other one is for traffic data set. Well, you will understand this more when we check out the dashboard. So in this is a screenshot, you can see I am using this callback function to update part 311 plots. And over here, this callback function will update traffic incident plots on dashboard. In the end, now this little block of code will let us launch the dashboard locally on our machine. But before all this, let's just design our dashboard, right? So Dash gives us full control over design and styling with CSS. So here I have written a little block of code and created this .css file. Again, feel free to check out the whole code. It's present on my GitHub account. Just check out the URL provided. Okay, now, so this snapshot will show how we are gonna run our code locally using Visual Studio Code. So here I'm just gonna install all my import my Python libraries, and over here, once you see this message on terminal, you know your dashboard is ready. So drum rolls. Ta-da! So this is my dashboard for part 311 data set and traffic incidents data set. See how amazing and interactive it is. So here you can see I have created these two tabs, one for traffic incident, one for part 311 dataset. And over here, this is the filter. I'll be filtering data based on years. So right now I have chosen all years, so we can see like a aggregated data. Similarly for part 311, these are the two plots that I have created. One is time series, one is a simple column chart. Awesome. So see how convenient it was. But now you must be wondering, hey Tanvi, why are you using Dash over Tableau or Power BI? Well, honestly, just why not? It is so simple because Dash is open source and free. So again, it provides us with endlessly customizable options. So I can shape every part of the dashboard, layout, interactivity, and data logic exactly how I want. It is also part of the Python ecosystem, which means seamless integration with Pandas, ML models, or APIs. And when it is ready, I can deploy it anywhere, locally, in the cloud, or in the web, without worrying about licenses or limits. So in short, Dash gives me the freedom and flexibility to build dashboards that truly fit the project, not the other way around. So now, thank you. And if there's just one little single thing that I want you to take away from this, will be that you do not need to be in government to create impact with data. Every city, organization, or community around you has open data waiting to be explored. So go explore a data set, build a small dash app, or even visualize something that just matters to you. And you'll be amazed how quickly members can become narratives. So thank you so much again for watching. I'd love to connect with all of you and see what you're building next. So here's my email, my LinkedIn, my GitHub account. Feel free to ping me. And remember, stay curious, stay data driven, and keep Pythoning. Okay then, signing off. Bye.
That was an incredibly informative session, Tanvi. Thank you so much. Visualizations are such a treat to the eyes. It speaks so much rather than simply numbers or just a table, and it just changes the entire perspective. Thanks for sharing your exploration, your understandings, and we are super, super grateful for that. So stay tuned, and we have our next speaker coming up.